TikTok. We are live on YouTube and on TikTok tonight. Tell me your thoughts on the Super Bowl. That's what we want to hear. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did the Kansas City Chiefs let you down? Were you betting on Saquon Barkley? Did he let you down? What do you think of Jalen Hurts winning the MVP? What do you think of that big defense Philly had? Do you buy into it now? How much of a rebuild does Kansas City need at this point? Yo, it's Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. What is going on? We are live, everybody. How about them Eagles? Hey, oh, Daniel's going to the Lakers game. Is Luka playing tonight? Luka's playing tonight, right? Is it right? Or is it another upcoming game? Luka, sideline fans, moderator. Luka is playing. That's what I thought. That's big game, big Laker game going on tonight, everybody. What did you think of that game? Nathaniel, you had to love it, dude. I was on. Yeah, jump right in, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Nathaniel's jumping on. Nathaniel, what did you think of that game, baby? Tell me.
Hey, that was the best game of my life.
Dude, seriously speaking, it was over at halftime, wasn't it? Like I posted on
No, it was over by like the middle of the second.
yeah, I mean, Kansas City could not do anything. Mahomes was completely rattled. Nobody could catch a pass, it seemed like. That game was over. I was telling people, I was like, I posted on what is it, Blue Sky or whatever the heck it is. I posted like cue the fat lady because she was singing like in the middle of the second quarter. That game was over, man. That was over.
He kept saying like gun to my head, I'll pick toots.
Yeah, I mean, it was just over. I mean, it was just unbelievable that game. I was so surprised. Kansas City could not do anything. Mahomes, he had happy feet just like Goff did against what was it, Washington, I think. I was shocked. I was shocked how out of sync that the Chiefs were. And I even thought that when they came out in the second half that they were going to put something together, and they put nothing together. It was awful. I was shocked by that.
Well, also, they kept showing these stats that KC can come back, but that was just to keep the viewers.
Yeah, that was it. When it was 24-0 at halftime, I said, there's no way they can come back because Philadelphia was possessing the ball for so long in that game that even when the Chiefs got it, they were going 3 and out. Nobody was catching a pass. They had no run game. They were not, handing the ball off at all. I mean, there were so many things with the play calling. It reminded me of the Rams game versus New England in the Super Bowl. It was 01 or whatever. It was when Brady won his first one. We totally changed our offense. The Chiefs barely ran. I'm like, I don't even understand their play calling. And the one thing about it is I got to give the Chiefs credit. They held Saquon Barkley, but that's all they did. That was the only thing good. Yeah. Well, and you know what it really did? It really exposed the fact that Kansas City doesn't really have that good of receivers anymore. And it also exposed, besides the left side of the offensive line, okay, which we knew was bad going into this game, it also put a spotlight on the fact that they have no one that can run the ball. I mean, I know that they didn't run the ball a lot, but they weren't very effective with it. And you know that if you have someone that could really run the ball, you're going to hand them the ball, and they never did it. They just didn't do it. Like what it showed me is, if you think about it, okay, and I'm going to bring it back to like the regular season a little bit. During the regular season, it sort of dawned on me, like sometime, and probably too late, that the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs were their wide receivers to me were very similar. That some of them could have good games, but nobody was a Justin Jefferson, nobody was a St. Brown, nobody was an AJ Brown. They didn't have that one wide receiver that when, the stuff hit the fan, that person could probably get open. They didn't have that person, and to me, I saw a similarity. Now the Bills had James Cook was a much better runner than anybody Kansas City put out there. I still say Pacheco's probably injured. I mean, he has to be, right? I mean, they never played him towards the end of the season. In the playoffs, he didn't do anything, and everybody kept telling me, I don't remember, like last week, everybody was saying to me, oh, well, Kareem Hunt's big and he can run through people. Yeah, but he's not that fast. I mean, Saquon Barkley's fast. I mean, and the one thing about it is the Eagles' offensive line is nuts. They're like all like monsters. They're all like 6'8", like,
You saw that little stat
yeah,
on
that was nuts. Yeah, that one guy, what, 84? He's like 6'8", 350 pounds. It's like,
Oh,
geez.
Mailata?
Yeah. It's like, are you kidding me? Oh my God. These guys they're like straight out of the Muppets or something. I mean, they're just huge. Yeah, what it did to me is it also exposed. Remember during the season, I would say Kansas City has a good run defense, but they're not good against the pass. They showed it. Look how many times an Eagle receiver, whether it was Goddard or one of the wide receivers, they were wide open. Now, a couple times there was, some pressure, but there was a couple times that receiver, it wasn't a 3-yard dink or dunk. It was like 12 yards from scrimmage and they were wide open, or they got behind the defense. Kansas City's pass defense isn't good. Their offensive line needs help. I think they need someone who can run with the ball. I think the Eagles.
You gotta get rid of Kelsey.
Yeah, Kelsey's old and he kind of looks a little chunky, doesn't he? Like I know that a lot of players wear things around their stomachs, like a lot of quarterbacks. I think his is actually belly. Like I think he's taking it easy now that he dates Tay-Tay, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I
2
just
years ago, we had a different discussion about that we could extend Kelsey, but he's just been terrible.
Oh, he's been horrible. I think you're right. I think Kelsey's kind of done. I think Kelsey's maybe a number 2 wide receiver now, and they have to think about that. I think they need a running back. I think they need a star running back. They need a workhorse. They Pacheco and Hunt did not do it. They just did not do it towards the end of the season. They couldn't get it done. Now, I will say Xavier Worthy came on. He showed me because I was against Xavier Worthy all season. The guy was a knucklehead, I mean, he was a knucklehead. He would like catch the ball and be out of bounds. Like he didn't know where he was. He couldn't get 2 feet in. He was a knucklehead, but I think he pulled it out and he did okay. But all this stuff with Juju Smith-Schuster and Hollywood Brown, they need a number 1 receiver. And maybe they get it when Rashee Rice is back, but how healthy is he going to be? You start getting injuries and you're more prone to them.
Eagles don't really have that either.
Well, the Eagles have A.J. Brown.
Clear one.
Well, A.J. Brown and yeah, but he's good.
He can go either way.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, when he throws?
He can throw to Brown one game, and he can throw
Well,
to Smith one game.
Yeah, but
Then
that's
he had another game.
okay. But look at it. But that's what good teams do because they have 2 options. There were games that the Lions would throw a lot to Williams and they wouldn't throw to St. Brown and Justin Jefferson and Addison a couple times. And remember at the beginning of the season, Tampa Bay would throw to Godwin and then Evans. Like, they would trade off every game. When you have receivers, that's what you can do. I mean, Philadelphia, all their players, all their like, their technique players or star players or whatever you want to call it, the wide receivers, the running backs, the tight ends, the quarterback, they all were healthy. And that always helps, number 1. And they just played a really good game and their defense was crazy good. I mean, the fact that they never they sacked him 6 times, but they never blitzed. I was shocked. I was shocked when they kept saying that. I'm like, oh my God, you're right. They've never blitzed. I mean, it was nuts how much they just destroyed the Chiefs' offensive line. I just couldn't believe that. I mean,
You guys also lost Chris Jones, right?
well, I'm not a Chiefs fan, but yes, well, he came back though later in the game. He came back. Chris Jones came back, dude. I think that's what they said. I don't know. Like there was a point in the game where I'm like, this game is so over. And they were going for all those garbage points that probably people were getting all mad about because they didn't really need them. Yeah, like I think somebody said, I saw online today that someone said like the Chiefs had 0 points until 5 minutes left in the fourth, or they had 3 points or something like that, whatever, or they had 6 points, and then with 5 minutes left, that's how they got to like 22. You know, it was all garbage time. You know, like when it didn't count.
Let in their third string.
Well, yeah, I mean they had Pickett playing in the game. It was nuts.
He threw a pass.
I know. It was crazy. I'm like, God, this is like a high school game. You're like bringing in your backups and the backups to the backups. I didn't realize how small Pickett was. He doesn't look very big.
Yeah, KC shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, KC they were so bad. And Mahomes was so bad. And you know what? The other thing about it is they have to make major adjustments to that team. Like they're completely exposed now. Like somebody was saying this, and I totally agree. Kansas City had an aura about them, like how Tiger Woods. People used to fear playing Tiger Woods 20 years ago, and then when his wife beat the crap out of him, nobody feared him anymore, and they would just go and they would beat him by 10 shots, and all this stuff. And that's the way it is with Kansas City now, And the thing about it is, the thing that I hear a lot about Mahomes, because he threw 2 interceptions, he had a pick 6. The other one led to a touchdown. He had a fumble, but Andy Reid didn't really help out his reputation that much in that game. I don't think. I mean, Sirianni looks beautiful. Here's the thing with Sirianni though, dude. I don't know what happened, Nathaniel, but I know that earlier in the season he was like yelling at his own fans or something. That's kind of silly. Like, I didn't like that he did that at all. But
saying threats about his wife or something.
Oh, they were? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, he should have just walked away. But yeah, I got you. I hear you. That's not cool. But he seems like a really nice guy. His parents were on the field. He seems like a crier. I thought that was kind of funny. He seems like he cries a lot, but that's fine. Dick Vermeil was the same way when the Rams won the Super Bowl. But so I have no problem with that. Look, and everyone's saying, oh, they're the team to beat. Well, everything's crazy, and Jalen Hurts has to play like he did this year. Now, last year Hurts wasn't that good, like in 2023, 2024, the 2023 season. He didn't play as good. He played good 2 years ago, not last year, and then this past year he played good again. I mean, what were they, 15-1 since they went 2-2 or something like that? Was that it? Something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like they were like 15-1 going into the Super Bowl since they started the season 2-2. It's like, okay, everybody calm down. I mean,
I might be going
what?
to the Eagles parade.
Oh, what, are you going to drive there? I'm assuming you're going to drive there.
Yeah, I might skip school.
Oh, very nice. Now, is your mom from Philly?
Yeah.
Okay. So she loves it. She loves it. She's the happiest she's ever been then. Like, she's ecstatic about this. Good for her. I don't know that I don't know that I would ever take my wife to an NFL game, because I stopped taking her to baseball games years ago because she used to bring magazines and books with her. And I said, this is pointless. I'm never taking you to another game. So I go with my son Ryan all the time. So Ryan, yeah, she wants them to win. She just doesn't care. And she was rooting for the team that was less mega than the other team. That's what she was rooting for, Philly, because their Jalen Hurts isn't mega like Mahomes was. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. So anyway, so it was just one of the.
There's always cinema section at a Yankee game.
There's always what? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dude, I totally took the book away. Like I said, you're not even going anymore. Like, it's stupid. I'm not paying for you to go. So, I would take the kids and my dog. Yeah, and I mean, I don't always, like, sometimes seats are really expensive, and I'm like, it's not worth it. But I always, if I can, I try to get decent seats. Because nobody wants to go to a game and you can't see the players or anything. That's lame.
How did you think the commercials were?
They were kind of lame. Okay, did you watch all the commercials? Like they had the guy.
Watch some.
They had the one with the
Crazy.
yeah. They got the guy with the eyebrows, and he's like a famous comedic actor. Yeah, and then they had the Pringles mustache. So they had eyebrows and a mustache. That was creepy. Then they had the kid with the cowboy hat head. That was creepy, dude. And then when they had the singer Seal as a seal, that was early in the game. That was lame. I thought the best commercial I thought, and it's probably because like my daughter played 3 sports and stuff. She was very athletic, but was the flag football commercial for girls. I thought that was the best commercial. Now, probably nobody's saying that. I actually haven't. Usually, I always read like an advertising article on the best commercial. You know what? I totally was busy with other stuff today. I should have looked at that, but I thought that was the best commercial. The
Yeah, it was really good.
yeah, the Ben Affleck. Yeah, the women's flag football was the best commercial, I thought. The Ben Affleck commercial for Dunkin' was stupid. I mean, it was. I said that it was. It was a flop like his last marriage. Yeah, it was a flop like his last marriage. So, yeah. I didn't. The other thing I don't know because some of them are. Some of the commercials are territorial or regional. But did they give you guys a lot of racing commercials, like Indy and NASCAR? Oh, we got a ton of them. There was more than like if you combine them, there was like 8 of them altogether. I'm like, they're really. I think doesn't Fox though own the rights to a lot of like NASCAR and all that?
So this is what happened in CBS 2 years ago. They
Okay.
had like 35 commercials of the Equalizer.
Oh yes.
The one with Queen Latifah.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah,
it's free for them.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it gets people to watch their shows. The thing about it is, look, I tried watching NASCAR years ago. Look, if you like it, you like it. I don't like it. It bores me. I don't get it. Okay, I just don't get it.
500. How can I possibly watch that?
Well, I mean, the one thing about it is to go to the Indy 500 is like a big deal. It's like a big party on the infield there. But I only know that because I know people that go. But the thing about it, if you ever go to a race track for a race event, it's so loud. It's so loud. Like that's why the people wear the ear, not earmuffs, but whatever they're called, the headsets, because it's so loud in there. Now, some of them they can hear, like my brother-in-law said, because he lives in North Carolina. When he first moved there years ago, he went to a race event, and you can listen to some of the racers talk to their teams, and that's kind of cool. But he said you kind of need it for the sound. Yeah, you like they're mic'd up, but you can. I think there's even channels like you can listen to like I don't know a bunch of different channels, so you can hear like your favorite racer talk to his team, like I'm coming in this turn, or yeah, all that stuff. And I just can't get into it. Like it's never been my thing. I just never really I've never really gotten into that. And I get it. I don't love it. It's way too loud. I went to some event when I used to live in LA. It wasn't quite, it was like a little track. It was quite the experience. Let's just say that. It was just
Guess which number I chose in varsity baseball.
number 6, 28, 28, 25, 77. Wait, I don't know who your favorite player is. Is it your favorite player's number?
All my numbers taken, so I needed to improvise.
It was your what? Say that again. What? Your player?
All of the numbers that I would have chosen.
Oh, we're taken. Oh, okay. Okay, so wait, okay. So is it higher than 20 and lower than 70?
It's higher than 30 and lower than 50.
So 44, 42, 40.
42.
42, Jackie Robinson, huh? Well, that's also Mariano Rivera, right? Yeah. I thought maybe you pulled like a Jorge Posada number. I couldn't remember his number off the top of my head, but thought maybe you pulled his number because you're like catcher, right?
I think I'll switch almost every year.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. 42. Got a little Jackie Robinson in you, huh? That's kind of cool. That's great, dude. So you're like what, the backup catcher on varsity as a freshman? That's pretty cool.
Like a 6-second delay for whenever I speak.
Yeah, what's going on tonight? I guess I'm glitching again, huh? Okay. Are you the backup catcher on
I
varsity?
think it's just TikTok.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Are you the backup catcher on varsity then?
Our senior quit playing catcher.
Oh my
So
god.
now he committed to a JUCO.
Oh my god. So you're the starter? Are you the starting catch?
No,
Oh,
and
okay.
now they just put this 10th grader on.
Well,
He's never-
yeah, but is he bigger than you? Like, dude, the one thing about playing catcher is you don't want to be the runt of the litter. Like, you don't want to be a little guy. You're going to get crushed. What's
Yeah.
like is this guy bigger?
Do you remember that movie where they say I am 12 with the birds?
I think so. Why?
Like where they hand it to the umpire with the $10 bill?
Oh, yeah. What movie was that? Was that like Bad News Bears, like the new one?
It was something. He looks like a 30-year-old that's in 10th grade.
Oh no, my God, really? Holy cow. Okay. How big is your school?
Yeah, he's got a full mustache.
Holy cow. How big is your school? How many kids go there?
1,000 kids.
Are you serious? And they can't get somebody who
Downtown, there's like 10,000 kids.
they is it a public school?
Yeah.
I hate this delay, by the way. Okay. But they can't get nobody else has caught? Like they can't get like wow, I'm just surprised. So you're still the backup then as a freshman.
My 10th grader's ahead of me.
Yeah, no, I know. But the 10th grader never caught though, you said.
He says he's caught. I think he just wants to play.
Oh, that's what it is then. Okay.
Like the coach doesn't want me starting. He doesn't want to put a freshman in.
Well, yeah, my fear would be that you're not like big enough. There's a big difference between the size of a senior in high school and a freshman in high school. Unless you're like, 6'4" or something like that, I mean, you could really get hurt, so
Yeah.
I don't blame your coach at all. But are you getting good experience though? Catching?
Yeah, that's all I really needed. There's not really a catching coach for a thing, but
Yeah.
I'm catching both ends.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I'm catching some tomorrow for Tuesday practice.
So is your team any good? Or is it just like
Yeah, we made it to the city finalists.
really? Wow.
Top 4.
Well, that's good. So you're not that bad then. That's great, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. That's
Yeah.
are the guys on the team nice or are they kind of jerks? Because sometimes upperclassmen can be jerks.
Oh yeah, they're jerks.
Oh, okay.
The coach is terrible.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
He's like a terrible dean in our school.
He's a terrible what in your school?
A dean.
Oh, he's
like
a
one of
dean.
the assistant principals.
Oh, is he like a disciplinarian kind of dean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that stinks. So he really thinks he's like a cowboy. Like he's a tough guy, right? Hey. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love people like that, don't you? Gotta love those guys. Oh my God, yeah. Now does he?
Single player on the team likes him.
Oh, I can imagine. Does he like chew tobacco?
No.
Okay.
Not that we know of.
What's a good night for our baseball show? We got to start that like next week, dude. The season starts March 27th. Are catchers and pitchers reporting yet?
Yeah.
They got to be reporting, right, this
Yeah, I
week?
think they just reported on Sunday.
Okay. Well, what's a good night? Well, you can tell me. Just tell me some other time. You don't have to tell me online. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Baseball's getting. I'll tell you in a week.
Okay, tell me in a week. That's fine. That's fine. All right.
We're doing practices 1 days.
Oh wow. Okay. Throughout
I'm
this.
working on getting the sideline fan shirts.
All right. Good. Good. Oh, did you get that jersey? Didn't you? Weren't you supposed to get a jersey?
Yeah, the long snapper.
Oh, why did you pick him?
It was on sale, then it also arrives on time.
Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. Are you gonna play football?
Yeah, on TikTok, the shirts are 2 for $25.
2 for $25. I don't remember that. I better jack up the price a little bit. I gotta make some money. Are you gonna play football? Are you gonna play football?
No, they collide. I can only play one sport,
Oh.
which I don't like.
Yeah, yeah. My son. My wife and I didn't really want our son to play football, and this year he found out that his high school team needs a kicker, and he's like, I want to try to be a kicker, and so we're practicing kicking, which I don't know much about. So it's pretty interesting. He was kicking tonight. It's about 20 degrees. I couldn't feel my hands. I couldn't see the ball. I almost got my head cut off with the ball. It was great, but anyway, so he wants to do that. He's like, I got time.
Your kids are in college.
What's that?
He's home. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, she's freezing. It won't stop snowing in Ohio. She's all mad. She's like, I just wanted to be warmed up. I said, you're the one that wanted to go to Northeast Ohio for college. So you get what you get there.
Swimming or something?
No. I mean, she probably yeah, she wasn't a bad swimmer. She was a good golfer. She made state a few times, and then she also ran track. Um, she liked all of them. But the one thing about swim, her senior year, she was a captain of the golf team. She was going to be captain of the swim team, but her swim team for like the second or third year in a row, practices were going to start at 5:30 in the morning because her regular pool that they went to after school was like being renovated for like 2 years in a row. So between COVID and like the renovation of this pool, she had to go to another school for practice literally like at 5:30 in the morning, which meant she had to get up at 4:30. And she said, Dad, I'm a senior. I don't want to get up that early. And I said, I totally get it. And she's like, so she didn't swim her senior year. I'm like, I totally get it. I totally get it. And then her junior year, she stopped running. She did not, I don't think she loved running. And her coach was very
I
he was
wanted to join the golf team, but if you play baseball, you can't play golf.
well, there's spring sports too, right? Uh-oh, Mikhail Griggs. Oh, Mikhail. Yeah, that stinks. Insane. Well, you can't. Well, I don't know. It depends. In Missouri, I think they kind of like you to play one sport, but there are people that play two sports sometimes. But what happens sometimes is like someone on the soccer team is like the kicker for the football team. That's how they do it sometimes. Mikhail Griggs, our buddy from the other night, he's a Chiefs fan. He's sad we lost. He's on YouTube. Hey, Mikhail, I understand, dude. I understand. Back in 01, my Rams lost to the Patriots. I couldn't look at football for weeks after that, dude. I couldn't turn on ESPN. I couldn't listen to ESPN radio. I didn't want to look at a newspaper, the sports section. I didn't want to look at Sports Illustrated. I didn't want to go online, although no one really, I mean, you really didn't go online back then. That was dial up really. So, but yeah, no, dude, I totally get it. You don't want to listen to like sports talk. You don't want to listen to any of that stuff. It stinks. It stinks. I mean, you were that way probably 2 years ago, Nathaniel, when the Eagles lost to the Chiefs.
No,
What's that?
I'll be in my grandfather's cabin with no Wi-Fi.
Oh no.
Updated. I don't think I'll be able to join the shows for the
Yeah.
next 3 days.
Oh no. Yeah. No Wi-Fi. My family went from Chiefs to Eagles. What? What do you mean, Mikhail? Your family went from Chiefs to Eagles? They started rooting for the Eagles like during the game? Wow, that's some fair weather fans there. Hey, Mikhail, you got to tell us more about what happened there, dude. If you can go on TikTok, jump on, dude. I'm live on TikTok with Nathaniel. You got to let us know that. So, wait, you got to come on. Mikhail, you got to tell us more about your family went from Chiefs to Eagles. Like during the game, they did that? Come on. Man, that's crazy. You got to give us more info.
Jersey on in the first quarter. They went to the Hertz.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. They were swapping out. That's nuts. You got to give us more than that. He's not giving us anything else. Oh my God. Could you imagine you go, you're like your whole family, you all think you're rooting for one team, and then midway, I got backstabbed. Oh my God. So he's serious. So you went to like the Super Bowl party or to watch the game or whatever it was, and you thought your family were all Chiefs fan and they started rooting for the Eagles? Oh God. You even had barbecue for the Chiefs. Weren't you the one with barbecue for the Chiefs? What happened, Mikhail? Oh my God. Oh, you don't do TikTok. Okay, that's fine. I totally get it. And I am still standing. Oh my God, Mikhail, I can't believe that. Your family sold you out for the Eagles, which, Nathaniel would say probably a good choice. But, I got to admit, I've been saying for weeks that I'm a big Mahomes fan. And I watched the game. I loved it because I could hear everything. I watched the game. These are what? Did it happen in the third quarter?
I thought you were gonna watch it the first half.
I watched it at home. I didn't feel like going anywhere. Wait, did your family stab you in the back? Yeah, Dr. Pepper, baby. Wait, did your family ditch you in the third quarter? Did they go from Chiefs to Eagles fans in the third quarter? See, if I was part of your family, Mikhail, I would have switched at halftime. I would have gone from Chiefs because I knew, like Nathaniel said, I knew in like the second quarter the Chiefs ain't coming back. I mean, they couldn't even make a pass. Like there was nothing going on. Could you imagine that? Yeah, Mikhail, Nathaniel, Tom, I'm rooting for the Eagles now. You got your red gear on, you turn around, your whole family's wearing. Yeah, no kidding. You turn around, your whole family's wearing green. Oh, Mikhail, that stinks. Well, I hope you at least had fun. I don't know. Well, you didn't have fun watching the game. Did you get like cookies or a cake or something fun to eat at least? You had the barbecue. That was probably good. You had Kansas City barbecue, right? Yeah, some green. Oh, by the way, Nathaniel, I meant to ask you, did you see all that Jameis Winston, like he was down in New Orleans for Fox and he was throwing out big W cookies for Winston. I think he's a free agent. He's trying, like he was going, he was, yeah, he was trying to get to all the players. He was talking. He was pretty funny. He was dancing. He was even asking the players like silly questions. What's that?
The W.
Yeah, the W. Colts 20. Phantom 8860 Phantom says Colts 2026 champs. Book it. Oh my God. I love it. I love the confidence. I love it. I love it. Richardson is a quarterback. I don't know if Richardson can pull off a Hurts though, dude. I don't know if Richardson's there yet, but could be. I love their running back. I love their running back. Okay, Mikhail Griggs says, then the day after, my teacher that has a Steelers fan, or I guess that is a Steelers fan, starts cheering for the Eagles and started playing their anthem. Oh my God. You got smacked around. Your teacher, who's a Steelers fan, was playing the Eagles anthem. That is not. Yeah, I mean, God, I mean, oh my God, we should have a GoFundMe for Mikhail. Mikhail, we'll find you a Chiefs family. We'll we'll find you a Chiefs family you can live with, okay? That won't treat you so poorly. Oh my goodness, God, that's awful.
That are dependent.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine your team loses, your family abandons you, your teacher starts rooting for the team that beat your team? That would be horrible. That's just horrible. You obviously don't live though in Kansas City because I can't imagine.
I teased that entire day.
Oh, I would imagine. Is that what he said? Well, he didn't say that, did he? But you must not live in Kansas City though. Because like Kansas City, they would be rooting for the Chiefs. Like they'd be like, "Oh, the Chiefs lost." Like everybody would be sad today. It wouldn't be like,
In Pittsburgh, because the teachers.
"Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true." I can't imagine that you walk in, you're like, "Oh, Mrs. Smith, or Mr. Smith, whoever it is. Oh, you're a big Steelers fan," and they start playing EAGLES and all this stuff. Fly Eagles Fly. I mean, oh my God, it'd be like, okay, everybody stop right now. This is going crazy. Oh my goodness, boy, that is just.
How was the halftime show?
It was okay. Here's the thing: I didn't realize all the symbolism, all the diss tracks. I don't know Kendrick Lamar's music. Obviously, I just don't listen to it. I don't know his music very well, but I knew that he had something going on with Drake. I didn't realize that the one song was a total diss track, and then I didn't realize because I saw Serena Williams, and I didn't realize. Was that?
He's accusing him of being a pedophile.
Yeah, in the song, he accuses him of being a pedophile. And then apparently, and I didn't know this, Serena Williams used to date Drake. And when they broke up, he stalked her. He stalked her. And she was actually yeah, you got did dirty. You're right, Mikhail. You got did dirty. But she used to date Drake, and then he stalked her. And then that's why she was part of the halftime show doing the Crip Walk. I'm like, dude, I didn't know any of this stuff. Like I was like raising little kids when she was dating Drake, So it is just. I reminded my teacher that they lost. Oh, listen to this. Mikhail reminded the teacher, the one that liked the Steelers, that they lost to us. He cried. Wow. So you told him that the Chiefs actually had beaten the Eagles at some point. Wow. There a lot of smack talk going on at your school, man. That's a rough and tumble. You might want to watch your grades there, dude. He cried. Yeah, that seems very seems like there's a lot of things going on there. A lot of people are making silly decisions, but all right. Well, we didn't really get anybody talking about the Super Bowl. I'm gonna hit it. I probably won't be live tomorrow. I might be live during the day, maybe. I'm gonna try that again. What's that?
That all of his things would go down after the Super Bowl. Aton was saying.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna maybe if I go live at 9, I'll probably go live on Wednesday night or Thursday night, but I might go live during the day and just see how it is. But anyway, you guys, everybody, yeah, I'm probably not gonna be live well, I guess I don't know. I've had such bad luck over the last couple Tuesday nights. I might start up everything fresh next week, but I might. Anyway, if I go live, everybody hit that follow and subscribe and all that stuff so you know when I'm live. But I probably won't be live tomorrow. I might be live during the day tomorrow, and then I'll probably be live like Wednesday or Thursday night. So, and then I'll pick up Tuesday night trivia again.
What time is during?
He cried sex. Wait. Mikhail says sexy. I know I got it plus in a test. Oh, you got so. He's rigging the grades. He's rigging the grades against you. Sorry. Sorry, I misspelled something. Something I know I got it plus in the yeah, he's probably grading on a bad curve for you now. Everything's kind of rigged like the way everybody thought the Chiefs. There was nothing to that ref stuff. There was nothing to that ref stuff at all. Like the script and all that. I thought that was hilarious. I mean, that
There was
died.
this AI thing.
Oh,
Check Mahomes' card to rig the game.
well, I think Kansas City had more penalties called against them, or it was even at least. All right, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Have fun. Take care, Nathaniel. Thanks for joining. Take care. See y'all.